Hello everyone, it's Maria here from Pepperly Rose Paper Crafting. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Australia. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to do a project with items from the annual catalogue that haven't seen a lot of love lately. So I would really like to use the Jar of Love, and I'm using the Thanks from that, and the Dragonfly Thinlit dies, which are just beautiful. I love the detail on these, and I'm just going to be using this dragonfly here, the smaller one. And we'll get started on this project. It's a nice simple card that is basically a thank you card that I made last month for my customers who ordered through me. And it's adorable. I love it. So we have a piece of thick Whisper White cardstock which measures 3 3/4 by 7.5 and scored at 3 3/4. And I'm going to burnish this score line. And then we have a layering piece of just regular Whisper White cardstock, which is 3.5 by 3.5 inches. Okay, so that just layers on top. So what we're going to do with this is some ink blending. I am obsessed with ink blending, in case you haven't noticed, but I love the versatility of it and the effects you can get from it. So that's why I love doing it. And we can use our beautiful Stampin' Up! Colours. So the colours I'm using today are So Saffron and Petal Pink, and I'm using Grey Granite. So for this piece here, I'm going to be using So Saffron and Petal Pink, and I'll start off with the So Saffron, and we will do that. Now, I love using these ink pads because I've got carpal tunnel in both of my hands, and I find that this is nice and easy when it comes to doing ink blending. And also, it's just easier to hold. So for me, it is. So that's why I like using this. So I'm just blending this all out. Just give a nice even coating. Doesn't have to be anything overly spectacular, but at least it looks nice and blended. You know, just, you can use your sponges, you can use your sponge daubers. I just find for me it's easier to use these ink blending tools, and they're from Ranger, in case you're wondering. So I'm doing that. Okay, so that's it with the ink blending with the So Saffron. I'm going to close that up. Just wipe my craft sheet down. And then I'm going to bring out, my Petal Pink, and I'm going to ink that side. So just ink it up and just do that. Now, I made this card last month for one of my customers, and I really loved the way it turned out. So I'm going to show you how I did it. And it's pretty easy, not hard at all. Just blend that all out. And I think that that's good with the blending. Looks really nice close up. I love it. Okay, so we're done with the ink blending. This is a really simple, quick card. So if you're ever desperate for something quick, you can do this without too much fuss. I love it. Okay, so I'll just clean that up. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out my Stamparatus. And in case you're wondering what this is called Clear Grip. It's just a repositionable cling-on vinyl that I use for my cling mount stamps. So I've got one side with the cling film and the other one is just regular. So I'm going to put my piece of cardstock down here in the corner, and I've got a clear grid that I got from the haberdashery store, and I laminated it. So that's what this is, in case you're wondering. This is just to help me position the sentiment to be nice and straight. So I'm going to use the word thanks over here. And I'll grab that. Oops. And I'm going to have my sentiment down here on the corner. So I'll just use the grid to line up my stamp. And I think that looks about right there. So I'll just bring that up and take this away. We don't need that anymore. And I'm going to ink up the thanks stamp with some grey granite. Okay, now I'm just going to wipe the edges on here. And I like using my Stamparatus for my sentiments especially, because it just makes it easy. If I make a mistake or I want it darker, I can. So that's that there. This is really simple. I'm going to ink it up again. If you can see here close up, it looks good, but I want it a little bit darker. So I'll just ink that up again. And that's it with the grey granite. And ta-da, all done, nice and beautiful. So I'll just give this a wipe down. And we are done with our Stamparatus. So what I'll do now is I'll bring my card base over, and we are going to stick that over the top of our Whisper White card base. Just put a thin layer of glue. You can use your Tombow, you can use your snail, whatever adhesive you like. So I'm going to stick that on top here. I'll just center it, nice and simple. Okay, so that's all done. Isn't that beautiful? Nice and, you know, nice colour combination. So I've got some foil and I've got my dragonfly. So I'm just going to cut this out with my Big Shot. I'm using my thin die adapter for this and my foil, silver foil. Actually, pop this down here, that here, and this over the top. Sorry, I've got one warped plate and the other one straight, so I want the straight one up the top and the warped one down the bottom. And we straighten it out this way. And then I'll go back again, just to make sure it really cuts out well. And I think we're done. Nope, it's all stuck on here. Just grab my pokey tool. Okay, that was easy. I'll just poke out all these other little bits and pieces. It does poke out very easily, so don't worry about that. So all the bits are now gone. Beautiful. Pop that over there. And all these other bits, you can just use your fingers, and or you can use your pokey tool, whatever you prefer. Okay. So I'll grab some glue. And we're just going to stick this baby down, and there's your card all done. Nice, quick and easy. And I've got a bit there that didn't come out. There we go. All right. So just add glue. You can also use Stampin' Up's adhesive sheets. These are really great, especially for these kinds of things. So I'll just grab that and I'll be back in a second. So sorry about that. I had someone unexpectedly come through the door, so I had to attend to that. But we had finished the card. So this is what it looks like, close up. So yeah, you can do ink blending with your sponges. You can do ink blending with your sponge daubers, or you can use these ink blending tools if it makes life easy for you. It's just a sponge and an applicator, and then you just use your Stampin' Up colours. So really, the sky's the limit when you do this kind of technique. I quite like it, and I'm quite obsessed with it at the moment because the possibilities are endless. But this is a really quick thank you card that you can make. And I quite like the way it turned out. It's nice, simple, and it's effective. It's just beautiful. So I hope you all like it. If you have any questions with regards to this card, or you would like to ask me questions about joining my team, please contact me through my online store at pepperlyrose.stampinup.net and message me, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Also, you can leave any comments below and ask a question there too, this video, and I'm more than happy to get back to you. So I hope you enjoyed today's card, and I will see you again the next time. So have a great day. Bye.